Hello, my name is Shazarm. I want to thank you guys for coming here this evening. So, what we're going to be discussing about today is epidemic crisis that's going inside of our heads and the heads of many others, which is known as marriage. So, when we were younger, we probably heard our parents say, wait till you get older, find someone, get married, have kids, start a family, just the trivial things. But as we know it, society is evolving, technology is growing, new social media is being developed, dating apps are being used more frequently. And so because of that, it makes it harder for millennials and Generation Z to find a significant other, settle down and get married. So humans of either sides, you could say you're a millennial, you could say you're a Gen Z, we're going to continue to adapt regardless of what era of time we're in. So, and from the studies of the Paul Research Center, it shows that millennials are 3 times likely to never get married the way their grandparents were, or even be married just like how they were back then. And reasons why, because 29% feel as if they are not financially ready, which that's understandable, because the marriage and average price would be $30,000 for a marriage. And 26% feels like they haven't found the right person, and another 26% feels as if they're too young. So if you put all that together, that's like 81% in total of all millennials, and that's a big number. Like the population, it is 7 billion people just on the earth. And the way you look at it, time has changed, because in 1965, the average, I would say, marrying age for a woman was 21 years old, and for a man was 23 years old. And nowadays, it's 29 years old for a woman to get married and 30 years old for a man to get married. And that's from the data shown by the not 2017 Real Wedding Study. And this brings me to the main issue today, which are dating apps. That's either Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, etc., whatever one you use. And they were initially created for, finding your significant other, getting married, settling down. But as college students, we don't use it for the sole purpose of what they were created for. Nowadays, we use it as finding affection, lust, hookups, sometimes even communication if you need that, because as humans, we thrive on those things to survive. And with all that available to us from like push of a button, swiping left, swiping right, in our minds, the topic marriage is pushed back, and we think, why do we need that? And we've all heard the phrase, why settle for less when you can have more? And with that in play, it ends up makes us fall into the principle of social proof. And that simply means we tend to mimic the behaviors of others. And great examples would be the people you follow on social media, like your celebrities, your comedians, your actors. And you guys probably know who Dan Bilzerian is. You probably don't, you probably do. Well, multi-billionaire, probably like one of the wealthiest men alive, right? He's always surrounded by gorgeous women, and that a lot of us want to mimic that behavior pretty much. And that sets an example for the youth growing up today. They think that's cool, they think that's how society is supposed to be. That's what I want. I don't want one chick. Why can't I have all these other beautiful women around me as well? And social media is a big influence in today's society. And to wrap things up, before you leave today, I just want you guys to think about, if you decide to get married, I want you guys to follow through with it. Don't, like we could say, half-ass it, or like, oh, that's not for me. Don't base your decisions off of what you see on social media or what you see other people doing. If it's something you want to do, just go with it. Don't look twice. As they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And thank you for listening to my presentation.